Hello everyone. Russia warned the United States on Thursday it would target US-backed militias in Syria if Russian troops again came under fire, as the United States disclosed an unusual face-to-face meeting between US. Russian generals meant to avoid such clashes. The Russian warning underscored growing tensions over Syria between Moscow and Washington. While both oppose Islamic State, they are engaged, via proxies, in a race for strategic influence and potential resources in the form of oil fields in eastern Syria's Deir al-Zor province. The Russian Defense Ministry said the US-backed Syrian Democratic Forces (SDF) had taken up positions on the eastern banks of the Euphrates with US Special Forces and twice had opened fire with mortars and artillery on Syrian troops who were working alongside Russian Special Forces. A representative of the U.S. military command in Al-Udeid, the U.S. Operations Center in Qatar, was told in no uncertain terms that any attempts to open fire from areas where SDF fighters are located would be quickly shut down, Major General Igor Konashenkov said in a statement. Fire points in those areas will be immediately suppressed with all military means. In a sign of the high stakes as both forces come in increasing proximity, US and Russian generals held a face-to-face meeting this week in an effort to avoid accidental clashes. US military officials said on Thursday they had a face-to-face discussion, laid down maps and graphics, said Army Colonel Ryan Dillon, a Baghdad-based spokesman for the US-led coalition. Adding it appeared to be the first meeting of its kind. Dillon, addressing a Pentagon briefing, disclosed few details, including who participated in the meeting or its precise location. A U.S. military official, speaking on condition of anonymity, said the participants included both U.S. and Russian generals. The Russian Defense Ministry this week accused U.S. spies of initiating a jihadi offensive against government-held parts of northwest Syria on Tuesday. The ministry, in a Wednesday evening statement, said 29 Russian military policemen had been surrounded by jihadists as a result and that Russia had been forced to break them out in a special operation backed by air power. According to our information, U.S. intelligence services initiated the offensive to halt the successful advance of government troops to the east of Deir al-Zor, said Colonel General Sergei Rudskoy. The Syrian army, backed by Russian warplanes, has captured about 100 kilometers (62 miles) of the west bank of the Euphrates this month, reaching the Raqqa provincial border on Wednesday, the Syrian Observatory for Human Rights reported. Syrian troops also crossed to the eastern side of the river on Monday, where the SDF, an alliance of Kurdish and Arab militias fighting with the US-led coalition, has been advancing. The convergence of the rival offensives has increased tensions in Deir al-Zor. The US-backed militias said on Saturday they had come under attack from Russian jets and Syrian government forces, something Moscow denied. On Monday, the SDF warned against any further Syrian army advances on the eastern riverbank, and Russia's defense ministry said on Tuesday that the waters of the Euphrates had risen as soon as the Syrian army began crossing it, suggesting this could only have happened if upstream dams held by the US-backed opposition had been opened.